Open AI launches ChatGPT Plus, is, and not are CSS pseudo-classes, and they are rising in popularity. And also, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft deal under pressure from the EU. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weekly Code Quickies. And in today's episode, as you can see, much fun, much fun. So let's get started with our very first subject of ChatGPT, again making the news. AI is transforming our world. OpenAI launches ChatGPT Plus, a paid version of a popular AI chat. Now, it's not quite chatty, but you can have a lot of cool information. Did you hear that ChatGPT passed the bar test? So it's a lawyer. It's a freaking lawyer now. You can ask the legal questions, as it seems. So, OpenAI wants us to pay $20 per month for using ChatGPT. It's going to have extra features. Let's just see what kind of extra features. The pilot subscription plan gives users accepting. I'm reading this from where the heck am I? So ChatGPT wants pilot subscription plan gives users access to ChatGPT during peak times and faster response time, which it helps because it breaks down a lot. Now, this is true. As soon as I try to log in multiple times, it's full. You can't use it anymore. And also, it's extremely slow. I don't know why. But this is the real question. Are they doing this on purpose? Or what are they offering? For $20, that's a lot of money in 1 month. The research preview for ChatGPT allowed us to learn from real-world usage. Now, what are the properties that it's offering for $20? You start using it by signing up for ChatGPT Plus wishlist. Let's just click on this. Let's see. Okay, wishlist. What do I get? Sign off, and give us your money. You don't get anything in return, which is not the same thing as a wishlist. OpenAI sends us ChatGPT Professional. For the ChatGPT Professional case, there's another version. Man, I have to take a deeper look at ChatGPT. You know what? Let me just search what will give ChatGPT Plus features. Okay, so it's going to give a general access to ChatGPT even during peak times, fast response time, and priority access to new features and improvements. So basically, they're paying us. No, we're paying. So basically, we're paying them for them to have more bandwidth. That's what it's telling me, and for them to have more processing. I don't get it. Why is it faster if I pay for it? Why isn't it just fast? I don't get it. And priority access to new features and improvements. So basically, we're also paying for the beta version. Okay, so a new version comes out. For example, in Visual Studio Code, I have, for example, installed the Visual Studio Code, that's the normal Visual Studio Code, and the Insiders edition. Now, the Insider edition constantly gives you new and quicker updates before they are released in the stable version, which is just the regular Visual Studio Code. One has the green icon, that's the Insider edition, and the blue icon has the normal edition. And you're getting the Insider edition without paying anything extra. You're getting basically pretty beta tested, so not early stages, but late stage tested features. But you're getting them without paying anything. And the only risk is that they're broken. That's all. So why should I pay for ChatGPT $20 a month only to test new features for them? Because they can't break, okay? Don't tell me that the features that are going to be released there will not break. Who the hell is testing them then? This is just dumb, okay? I will not pay for ChatGPT. That's more than maybe in 1 year, maybe in 2 years. But until then, the other ones, Google, for example, Google, who else is building AIs? Everybody's building AI. So this is just a huge thing now for a couple of months, and then it's going to disappear. Everybody's going to build their own AI. I'm sure of that. So let me hear from you in the comment sections. Will you pay $20 for ChatGPT? Okay, moving on. CSS. CSS has a couple of new features. Well, they do have them for some time, but now they are above 90-ish%. One of them is only above 80%, and that is the has, which is actually the parent selector. Also, just did a video on it, a YouTube video on my other channel where I only do projects, so web development projects. If you wish, check that one out. I'm going to leave it in the show notes. Now, as I said, the has pseudo class is a parent element selected. Whatever element you will pass in the function is going to select its parent element. It's extremely awesome, but now it is not only supported on Chrome, but it's also Edge, Safari, Firefox, not so much, with a couple of flags, Opera, and of course, Internet Explorer. I'm just kidding. That one is dead. Internet Explorer is dead. So CSS has pseudo-class just reach over 81%, 81.7% usage, global usage. Then we have our is, which is also a extremely useful pseudo-class selector. I'm also going to do a video on this one. It has coverage on Chrome browsers, Edge, Safari, Firefox, Opera, and it has, let's just see, globally it has 90.43% plus 6.68%. I don't know what this is. So roughly over 95% global usage. So you can use it all over the place. And the last one is not, which is extremely useful. Oh my God. This is, for example, when you wish to select, let's say in a header, you have a H1, a paragraph tag. I'm also going to do a video on this, a tutorial on this. So let's say in a header, you have an H1, a H2, a subtitle, a paragraph tag, and a button. And you want to style all of them, but once again, you want to only refer for those elements that are in the header. So you would normally select header H1, comma, header H2, comma, header paragraph tag, comma, header button tag, and so forth and so on, and then apply some kind of same styling to all of them, if there is some kind of sense. Let's say the font family is the same for them. So this is the way you would select them normally. Now with the not pseudo class, you would just say not, and whatever you pass in the parentheses will be then selected. So you just say header and not, and we'll pass in H1, H2, paragraph tag, and button, and then you can style them all. Now this has now a global usage of 91.59%, which is awesome. Woo! New features to CSS, bring them on as much as you can. Now the very last subject, moving on now to Blizzard, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. Why am I talking about this? Well, Microsoft is all over the news, as you can see. It's buying up AIs, it's buying up companies, game companies. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Activision Blizzard. Actually, I'm a huge fan of Blizzard, not necessarily Activision, but Activision bought up Blizzard, and now Activision and merged into Activision Blizzard, and now they're going to be bought up maybe by Microsoft. Now everybody is against them. The EU is against them. The US committee is against them. Who else? Sony is against them, obviously. Google is against them. Everybody's against them. Deal is to be met at $86.7 billion. Whoa. But they are basically going to buy them up. I'm pretty sure that this deal is going to happen, although the Microsoft spokesman, David Cuddy, said we are committed to solutions and finding a path forward for this deal. We are listening carefully to the European Commission's concerns, and we are confident addressing them. Now, the problem here is that they're saying that if they buy up Activision Blizzard, and Activision has the greatest or the most sold and popular game, or shooter game, which is Call of Duty, that they are going to have monopoly. Now, monopoly is extremely hard to define. I think there should be over 60% or something of the market coverage, and they could then limit it to only Xbox and Microsoft platforms. They could, meaning they're going to leave out Sony, meaning they could leave out all of the gaming platforms and consoles. And it is a pretty much sold out game as soon as it is released each and every year. So that's why they have concerns. Now, I'm pretty sure that they are going to reach some kind of deal here, Microsoft, I mean, with everyone. And they are going to buy up Activision Blizzard. Now, I don't know if you heard the news, but a head developer, so I'm going to butcher this, sorry about butchering this, a head developer, a team leader just quit from Blizzard. I think he was from the World of Warcraft. I don't like World of Warcraft, but that's only my personal opinion. It's gone way too, in a pretty much wrong direction for me, but there are a lot of friends of mine that are playing. I'm actually a Diablo fan. Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft for some time, but the new Warcraft is bleh. Now, a head developer left the team or was fired after he threatened to quit if they introduced some kind of pointing system which would just turn the entire team into a shark bait. So they should. The idea was that each of them should give up points, and the very low those points will be then accumulated, and those points would lead to rank the members on the team. And basically, the last two or three lowest ranks will be then fired. And he was concerned that this is going to turn everything into. He was concerned that instead of having a positive effect of people wanting to have better ranking, is going to turn into a shark pit where everybody is going to manipulate and lie and cheat and do everything possible for the other person to look bad in order for him to look good. So I'm pretty much on the same page with him. But after he threatened to leave the company and leave the team, he was fired. Everybody said, okay, you're not liking it, that you can go. So pretty unfortunate, but I hope that if Microsoft takes them over, they're going to retract that the dumb decision. I think it's a dumb decision. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like it, share it, give it a 5-star review. Come on, you can do it. And you know what? Catch you next time. Bye-bye.